Okay, let me show you some of my old and shy photos. Not really shy photos, but being the best in school, to be the top in the class, and to finish every school year with flying colors were all that mattered to me. But behind those achievements, I was always hiding. I always wanted to withdraw myself from the crowd, from the public, for fear of being judged, for being criticized, and for being rejected because I might be doing something wrong or unacceptable. I didn't have the courage to be seen and to be heard, and I carried that dilemma growing up. If there's a message I want to actually tell to my younger self, I wish you've had more courage. I wish you were more bold. I wish you've tried even harder. And it seems like it's kind of pointless to argue with my younger self at this point. But doing this sometimes opens up some new perspective of what I should be doing now. And I know you will all agree that it's never too late to try things out and to move beyond our comfort zones. So this is what I'm actually doing now, being in front of you guys. And I never thought I would be doing this either. But putting myself out here to be seen and to be heard allows me not just to gain more confidence, but also have a better contribution to other people through each message that I always share. It started almost 5 years ago when I first delivered a speech in public after joining a non-profit organization.
For the Toastmasters and guests, let me first spell my name to you. M-A-M-A-S-B-O-Y. Mindful.
It was my turning point. I didn't stop and find myself to be going more outside, where being seen and being heard become my game.
How are you doing? Rumarampas sa tondo.
Testing out the waters with all the courage I have, and eventually enjoying it. And until others were the ones who asked me to do it. This is definitely the season of my life where, if you have known me for a long time, you are seeing a totally different person now. But of course, it still feels dangerous and terrifying to be seen and to be heard. Like every human being, I am still capable of feeling afraid. Fear can do so much about our lives. And the not so best part of it, fear can control us. Fear can manipulate our plans. Fear can keep us from growing. And fear, although I hate to say this, can put our dreams on hold. Having said that, I wish fear never existed. I hope we all just have the courage, by all means, to be seen and to be heard in most situations. Sometimes it's not fear of doing something that holds us back, but fear of seeing what will happen after doing it. What if people will not like me and my idea? What if people will not care and listen? Here's one lesson I learned when you put yourself out there. It's not about winning or losing anymore. It's about showing up and doing something for yourself and for others, because you don't know the possible impact of your message or your actions after doing it. And let's face it, it could either have a positive or negative impact. That's why we are so afraid. There's a risk involved. But the biggest risk that you can do is to do nothing. It's always worth it to try in life. Moreover, the biggest takeaway I always had whenever I allow myself to be seen and to be heard is the reality that I have gained a better acceptance of who I really am as a human being. Because I have associated my shyness and fear of being seen and being heard in the past, because there are still so many areas in my life which for me is so hard to accept. So I fear that it will be judged and will be criticized when exposed. So a careful self-assessment and tapping into those areas which in my head are unacceptable, and eventually learning to embrace and accept those areas have helped me deal with this kind of fear. So here I am, trying the best I can to show up. Now, here's a challenge to every one of us. We, at a certain point, we want to be seen. We want to be heard. Especially now, it's so easy to do that in just a click away. And we want to do it not because we want to gain so much attention from other people, but deep down yourself, you want to help, you want to contribute, and you want to spark a positive impact that yourself, you are the only person who can possibly do that. So don't be afraid to show up, to be seen, and to be heard.